and you have to do that because then you get people's attention, and it's the same. You need to get my attention, and I'm going to write, and I'm going to tell you exactly how she got my attention. And I'm just going to. She did it. This is her cover letter. Application for Head of Strategy and Development, Corporate Functions. And she puts her catch in right at the beginning, and she has to do that because you can't risk it. No, I'm all right. I'm just. You think I'm pushing too much? Well, maybe. Are you invading my? Am I invading your space? I'm all right here.
Don't worry.
Okay. So she has to do it right at the beginning. If she waits till she comes down here, I probably wouldn't have bothered. I might have overlooked it because I'd already fallen asleep here. I know it sounds gruesome, but I'm sort of being gruesome. Yeah. And so, what her catch was. This is how she starts it. I recently stumbled upon a Steve Jobs quote saying, "Don't let the noise of others' opinion, don't let the noise of other people's opinion drown out your own inner voice." And then that's the quote. And then she goes on, "People tell me I have ample opportunities to climb the corporate ladder in a very big Danish company. However, after nearly 8 years, my inner voice is telling me it is time to challenge myself in a new industry and a different corporate culture." Why is that such a catch?
She's honest.
She's honest, yes.
Confident, very personal.
There's something confident coming out of it as well, yes.
Motivated.
Passion, yeah, there's something.
But it's also out of the ordinary because that first paragraph is usually where we go, "Hi, my name is
Yes.
Gonçalo in this case,
Yeah.
and I saw your job applying for this and that."
Exactly, and I'm applying because.
Is that
Yeah, she doesn't say hi.
Yeah.
She just says application, and then she goes straight into Steve Jobs.
I understand why it was catchy.
Yeah.
And I understand why I'm still looking for a job.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I was asking myself why is this catchy? Because there are several things in it. She says people tell me I have ample opportunities to climb the corporate ladder in this big Danish company. Okay, so she's somebody who is sort of respected in the company where she works. She is also the Steve Jobs quote. It gives me a slight impression that she's somebody who reads quotes and who sticks with quotes. So her intellect comes out through that, to me. And Steve Jobs is business.
Yes.
He's business. So she's a business-focused person. After nearly 8 years, my inner voice is telling me it's time to challenge myself in a new industry. Okay, somebody who has initiative, somebody who will take up a challenge, the challenge with a new job, the initiative of change, and she is probably also somehow, she gives me the impression that she's a climber. That's what they said in the big company, and she quotes that. People tell me I have ample opportunities to climb the corporate ladder. So she is probably a climber, a fighter, a warrior. So in these 4 lines, all depending whether I believe and I get these associations from and thoughts from reading it, she actually manages to hook me. Yeah.
But isn't it out of Danish culture to be like too passionate or too fighting? Because in Danish culture, as my own experience, they want you to be like smooth as others. I mean, you do your job from 8 till 4. You do your job greatly. You probably apply for like new projects you help, but then you shouldn't be like, "Oh, I'll do that all the time." No.
No.
she will do it. She doesn't say I'm the best. She said I want a challenge.
Yes.
She doesn't say anything that
Yeah.
I'm the best.
No. No, she doesn't say I'm better than everybody
But
else.
climb or like fight or something.
But she makes me think she's better than everybody else. But she doesn't say it. So your question is very, very good, because that's exactly what it's about. She doesn't say it,
Between
but
lines.
I think it.
Yeah.
Between lines.
Yeah, between the lines. That's exactly it.
Well, a lot of things in Danish culture are between lines. My question, if you answered your question.
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Yeah, my question is basically upon landing in a company, all of us will sooner or later will get a job. We'll
Yeah.
find out what we want, but question of successful landing. It's in this culture when flat hierarchy and people don't say directly what they expect, and when you have basically no one, you ask for support, for mentor, and you are not given. So what would be the right strategy in that? Because if you to land and to do your job successfully as a leader, as a project manager, or among Danish people, I tell it from my experience.
Yeah. To let, what does land mean?
To land meaning to be successful in your new role. To land. Airplane is land.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So land successful. So what's the question again, very quickly?
So how to deal with these cross-cultural differences? I mean, this lack of directness, lack of people are not saying directly what they mean. They mean something, but they don't dare to say it directly. To
Okay.
you, even when you invite them to say.
No, exactly.
It's if and it's your leader, you ask the question and nobody answers it, and then everybody shoots your back. Then what should you do in this?
Yes, you're talking about being in a job and then
Being in a
experiencing
job.
and sort of
I tell it from my
keeping your
experience.
job.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
You and that's no one is have courage enough to speak directly, even one to one.
Do other people in the room have the same experiences from jobs that you've had in Denmark? Yeah. And are those jobs where you've been in charge of other people?
Also a gray area, believe it or not.
You've been.
Sort of, partially, kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Never entirely clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
So-
under a global project.
Yeah. So why were you let go?
It was maternity cover.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it just
So she
ended.
came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were let go.
Yeah. Say it again.
Were you let go? Were you pushed out of the company? Were you sacked? Were you fired?
You have to speak slow.
Why did
Oh,
you
I
leave
can
the
catch
job?
what he
Why
said.
did you
Okay.
leave the job?
If I leave, no, I didn't leave my job. I wanted to,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
but I was.
I left.
But you were.
I left. Well, I had a discussion and then with my boss, and I said it doesn't work. You know, I really very frustrated. It kills me. You shoot me in my back, and
Yeah.
you beat my hands every time I do something. I'm gonna ask you for help. You don't give me the help. I ask you for.
Okay.
I don't see the way how I can work in such environment.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I'm not going to tell you how to do it, because it wouldn't make sense, because I'd have to go and listen to you, and I'd have to coach you in the specific situation. So I don't think we should go into it,
Okay.
because there's no just one quick fix.
I just wanted to add to it. In my workplace, I do face the same thing, the lack of confrontation. But what happens is, if you don't receive the answer you want, you have to keep on seeking
Yes.
to get the answer.
Yeah, you do.
And it always works with the locals, because they don't have a hidden agenda, or they don't have bad intentions at work. They don't know how to confront you with what is missing out your job. So you have to keep on inventing questions that will lead you to your answer. And this is how I see it. I'm not sure if that works or not in every organization or every person, but that's how I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.